Alright, hey everyone, this is Team Rugged Draws, also known as 707 Bros Town, with another video. And this time I'm going to do part 2 of how to draw Mega Manectric. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how it ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw it, let's get started. I'm also going to put up a reference right now just to make it easier on you guys. And so you guys can get the details and everything off from there, you know. So let's get started. So first of all, we're just going to start with this line at this angle right here. As you guys can see, it's pretty long. And then we're gonna split it in half and just do try to make both lines right here from this line in the middle even on both sides, because it's really crucial. Alright, now that we got that, we're just gonna connect them, and then it's just gonna give us this triangle shape right here. And keep in mind that he's not gonna end up looking like the reference 100%, since I am trying to make a tutorial and everything. And remember not to press too hard, because we are gonna do some erasing. So yeah, so now at the bottom we're gonna do another line right here. As you guys can see, it's almost pretty much straight going to the left, but it is curved a little bit down, and it should be a little bit bigger than this line right here that I'm pointing at on the triangle at the top. And then do another one right here at the bottom, and as you guys can see, it's almost pretty much going down, but it is curved, making this like triangle shape right here at the bottom. And now that we got that, we're just gonna connect them, so it makes this like arrowhead shape, and curve it a little bit, you know. Don't make it just straight lines. Give it some curve. And as long as you guys got this shape right here, the same as I have it here, the closer you guys make it to this shape to mine, the easier it'll be once you start doing the actual drawing, because we're gonna base everything off this shape. So the closer you are, the better it will be. And right here I noticed that the middle looks like it's not even, so I get a paper right here just to measure it. You guys can use a ruler or whatever, but usually I use the paper. And right here I measure it, and it's almost the same length on each side, but for some reason it doesn't look like it. It looks like the top is way smaller than the bottom, so I do erase it and just lower it a little bit. And pay attention to the angles of the lines, you know, because they're crucial. Now that we got that done, we're gonna start doing like the mouth area. I mean the Thunderbolt on the head, which is basically a straight line. And then below that middle line of the arrowhead, we're gonna do another line. And right here I do a line going across from the arrowhead to that line, just to show you guys that the point shouldn't be higher than the point of the arrowhead shape, of the first shape that we did. And then right here I'm measuring how thick the line is, and it's basically like half of the arrowhead. And then just connect both lines like this, and once again pay attention to the angles. Now that we got that done, that's gonna be basically the Thunderbolt that he has on the forehead. And now that we got that done, I do a line going across just to show you guys that it should roughly be at the same level as the first Thunderbolt. And once again I do a line on the top of the first arrowhead that we did, just to show you guys that it doesn't go above that line. And once again below that middle line of the arrowhead, we're just gonna do a line going down. And now let's start on the face. So around here, let's just curve this line just to make this like point, and that's gonna be like on the cheek. You guys can look at the reference just to get a better idea, you know. And then right here we're gonna split it almost halfway, a little bit higher than halfway, and this is basically gonna be like the face, you know. And then once it meets with that same level of the Thunderbolt, like the one on top, the line, just curve it. Hopefully I'm making sense, you know. And right here I'm just changing the angle of that line, and I don't like it, so I end up changing it, you know. And then right here the light goes out because I was using the flash on my phone, since lately on my videos the lighting's been messing around with the drawing, so I used the flash, but it overheated, so I had to turn on my light. So hopefully it still looks good, you know. So I'm guessing it looks a little bit better now.
Don't try this yourself.
Now that we got that done, as you guys can see, we're gonna start doing the eye, and the eye doesn't touch the side. Actually, there's a small gap, and then it's not straight lines going down. As you can see, they go at an angle, the side of the eye, that is. And then just do a circle on the left side of that shape for the eye. Now that we got that done, that line that I was just on, that's gonna be our mouth. So just lower that line from the cheek and do the same thing on the other side, and that's just gonna be like the jaw area. So just do a parallel line to that one on top of that one. And now the one I'm erasing right now is gonna be like our mouth, you know. So as you guys can see, it doesn't connect all the way to that point. And then right in the middle, we're just gonna start doing the mouth, which is like two I'm gonna say like two mountains, like two points. So I start on one side, then I go to the other one, you know, and then just make them the same size and length and everything. It just gives you the mouth. Now that we got that done, let's start doing the neck. And the neck goes over this line, the arrowhead, a little bit, and then it curves down. And once again, pay attention to the angle that that line goes. And now we start doing one of the legs. So it starts right in the corner where the neck meets the arrowhead. And then right here, I'm just pointing out that the leg where it curves, it shouldn't be lower than that point of the arrowhead. So I erase it and just make it a little bit higher, and then it just curves. And right here, I'm just marking off how much gap there is from the point of the Thunderbolt of the arrowhead to the bottom, like where his feet is. So I just mark it off by doing that line, and that line is just gonna help us know not to go below when placing the feet, you know, the leg. And then right here, I noticed that the leg starts, or the foot starts, like the yellow thing or whatever, the spikes start around the same level as the point of the arrowhead. So once again, I changed it just to make it a little bit more accurate. It doesn't have to be the same, but the more accurate you are to the reference, the better it'll be looking, you know. So now I'm using that line, reference line, just to do those yellow spikes that he has on the foot. And they're pretty skinny. They're not that long.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
Now just do the foot, which is basically like a gumdrop shape. So if you guys are coming from my first video, hopefully this one's a little bit more helpful. It is a little better since it is shorter and it's more bright, you know. Alright, so now right there, I just do this reference line, just extend the neck, and I just place that line just to help us know where the body is. And then just do this parallel line for the other Thunderbolt compared to this one right here that I'm pointing out. And right here, I was just pointing out that it should be even all along, so it should be like the same thickness, you know. So try to stay consistent with that. And then around here, this is like where the leg starts. And I just do like a rough outline, you know, a rough shape right there, just because I'm going step by step. I'm gonna start doing the body first, like the stomach, and then we'll do the leg at the end. So right here, I was just looking at how the distance, the gap between the Thunderbolt and the stomach, and that's how I know where to place it. And it just curves down, as you guys can see, and then it just connects to that line that we extended from the neck. So now we got like our torso, and that's just to make it more proportioned to the drawing, you know. And now we can start doing the leg, which it starts out pretty close to the arrowhead that we did at the beginning. And then right here, I do a reference line extending from the where the leg bends, and that's just gonna help me place this one because it bends at almost at the same level. So that line really helps out. And then right here, I'm just pointing out that it should be a little bit bigger, thicker than the other leg, but it should roughly be the same size, you know. And then right here, I was actually going for the details instead of doing the reference shape for the leg. So I end up erasing that and just square it off and leave the details for later. So then I'm using that same line. As you guys can see, this one's a little bit lower than that line that we did for the first leg, or the first foot, and that's because this one's just a little bit lower than that other leg, because it is closer to us. And basically it's like the same shape, the same thing, you know, as the other leg, the same gumdrop shape, and the same spikes, the yellow spikes that he has. And once again, it should be just a little bit bigger, not that much, but enough that it looks a little bit bigger.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
And once again, the Thunderbolt, they're basically straight, and these try to make them the same, like the same thickness, the same shape almost. As you guys can see right here, I made it too thick, so I erased it just to make it a little bit better, and I try to make them like the same thickness, like if I just trace that one from the other one, you know, and then just finish it off with this one. As you guys can see, this one's pretty much straight, it's like flat. Now that we got that done, we can start doing the legs. So right here, I'm just erasing that line. We don't need it no more, and I just start adding all those details, like the hair sticking out right here in the stomach area from the leg, and then the one sticking out where the leg bends that I was trying to do earlier. But it's just a little bit more accurate if we actually do like the body first, and then do the details, you know, and then just erase the reference lines. So it's basically like when you're drawing a person or a guy, that some people do like a stick figure, and then they just that way they could get proportion on the human body, and it's basically the same thing that I try to do in this drawing, you know. Alright, so now that we got that, I extend this line a little bit more to do the other leg, and I know that this leg's a little bit higher, you know, like where it goes down, so that's why I used that line. I extended it. And now we're just gonna just close this Thunderbolt. And once again, right there, I was just pointing out that they should be roughly the same thickness as the other ones. And basically the middle one, the arrow shape, is the biggest one, the thickest one, you know. And right here, I just started doing the fur. And I do end up changing it. I don't make it exactly the same as the reference because I tried to make it the same as the reference, but it didn't turn out good. I didn't like how it looked. Honestly, I could have left it like that, but it just was bothering me, so I decided to change it, and that was intentional. So if you're drawing something doesn't seem right, doesn't come out right, make any changes just so it could look right in your drawing. Because remember, it doesn't have to be like the reference 100%. You guys can make any changes. It's your drawing. So any small changes just to make your drawing a little bit better, feel free to do that, you know. So right under that is where the leg goes down, and then we're gonna use that line that we did for the first leg, as I'm pointing out right here, and that's just gonna help us know where to stop that leg. And right here, I'm marking off how thick it is compared to the reference, but just a little bit thicker than the legs in the front. And then I just finished doing the leg, and then also on the top, I look how thick it is right here where it curves to the side. And once again, then after I know how thick it is, I just end up doing the line. And then right here, I just keep adding like the fur, and I try to do the same amount of spikes. And for example, right here, that one that I just did, it should roughly be at the same level as the first spike of hair that he has on the leg. This one right here. I think I do a line. Yeah, I do a line right there. You see, it's it's not that dark, but I did a line just to show you guys that it's just a small detail that you guys could pay attention to, you know, that it might help you guys out while doing the drawing, just to make it a little bit more easier. And right here, just doing the hair that sticks out a little bit. And then right here, the leg, it curves inward a little bit. Right here, erase it. And then the way I was looking at the shape right here, I was looking at it, as you guys see, I do a line right there. To me, it was looking like a comet or something like that, you know, it's going down and, you know, the fire comes out. So to me, that's what I was looking at, you know, that's what I pictured on that shape right there. So I looked at it, wasn't like rounded off, it wasn't like that. I looked at the reference, and the one on the reference was pretty round, and this one, it was too skinny, it was just not the right shape. So I do end up erasing it, and this is where I tell you guys that I change it my own way, just so it could look a little bit better, you know. And you guys will see me draw this line again, just so I could picture it a little bit better, and then I extend it a little bit just so I could get a better idea of how far it goes. You guys don't have to do this, but it was just a small change that I had to do on my drawing, just to help me out and make it look a little bit better. You know, I could have left it like that, but it was just bothering me, so I decided to change it. And then I know that the third one, this one that we're doing right here, is the highest one, so it should be the one that goes the highest. And then this the fourth one right here is the one that goes down to the same level as the first one, the first hair. So as you guys can see, they're fairly on the same level. This one goes around there, the same as the first one, as you guys can see. I think I do another line. And now I just finished the rest. It has two on this side. And now it looks a little bit more round, you know, the shape right there, like I said before, the comet shape. Maybe you guys are like, what are you talking about, you know, but that's what I look at when I'm drawing. I look at the shapes and I picture different things. Like, for example, the first thing that popped in my head was just this comet shape right there, and that's what helped me make it, you know. And now let's do the last Thunderbolt, which is the smallest one, which I think it's the tail. And it's really skinny, and as you guys are gonna notice right now in a little bit when I do it, it doesn't match up just like on the reference. And once again, it's because I changed the leg, you know, to my own way. But as long as it still looks like it still looks right, it still looks okay, you guys can make any changes. And we're basically done. I think the only thing we still need is the horns and the claws, but I don't do the claws, I just do the ones on the back leg, as you guys can see there. And then oh yeah, we still need the other leg and the horns, and then just the details. And I'll show you guys in a little bit how a picture of how it ended up looking like with the details and everything. So yeah, so we're just gonna start doing this leg, which barely sticks out, you can barely see it. So just at the top, as you guys can see, of that leg, the gap is pretty small, it's almost touching the stomach, and then at the bottom when it touches the leg, it's pretty big, you know. So that's one of those small things that you guys could keep in mind. And it does have 3 claws, but these should be way smaller than the other ones because it is further away. Alright, so now here I start erasing all those reference lines, we don't need them no more. So this is why I said not to press so hard, you know, because there was gonna be some erasing. Alright, so now for the horn, the horn, I actually do it in the wrong spot. It should be a little bit more to the left. It should be like a little bit over the eye, so I do go back and erase that line. But just pay attention to how far the horn goes off that Thunderbolt that he has on the head, just so you guys can know how far to make the horn, you know how long to make it. And then right here on the side of the cheek, on the left, this is like the straight line, and then it just goes up, and then it should go up. Maybe you guys might notice in the reference, it should go really close to that line for the arrowhead, where it meets the Thunderbolt on the head. So you guys can see it almost touches that line, and that's one of those things that I always keeping in mind, you know, that it should almost touch that line. So I do have trouble right here trying to do it, but it ends up working. So you guys can see it almost touches that line. It doesn't touch it, but it's pretty close. And then I noticed that it makes like the shadow right here on the ear, it makes this like triangle shape. So I was trying to get that same shape, you know, as long as I get close to that shape, then it'll make it easier for the horn. So this is where I changed the horn on the left side of the horn a little bit. Right here. It's just a small detail, you know, but sometimes it makes a difference, and sometimes it just bothers me, you know. There's small things that sometimes just for some reason bother me more than others. Alright, so now for the other horn, just try to make it even to the other one. Don't make it way thicker or way skinnier, you know. Just try to stick to the same thing on the other side. And now just erase all those reference lines. Look at the reference. I am gonna put it like on full screen, and remember to pause the video, because I'm just gonna leave it up for a couple seconds and just go over your drawing. I think I'll put it right now, so hopefully you guys pause the video. And now basically what you guys gonna do is just go over your drawing, look at any small details, look at the reference, so you guys could look at my drawing right now when I show you guys. Or actually, I'm gonna show you the full screen picture just in a little bit. So sorry about that. Alright, so right here I'm just going over my drawing, getting all those small details, the small lines, and I'll show you guys the full picture just in a little bit before I show you how my picture ended up. I guess I don't do anything much, just to start making the lines a little bit better. Alright, so I'll put the full screen picture right now. Alright, so hopefully you guys pause the video, and I'll show you guys how my drawing came out right now. So as you guys can see, I just what I did, I just erased everything. I erased the whole everything, like completely every line, and it's still visible, you know. So I just went over the lines and just changed some small things. I didn't make that many changes. I think I just added the details. Honestly, I think I didn't change anything at all. So I just redid the lines, made them a little bit better. If you guys are planning to outline it like in pen or something, then I recommend that you guys just outline it while the drawing is still there, you know, and then wait like a couple minutes for the ink to dry, and then just erase everything, you know, all the pencil marks, and you'll be left with this outline just like the one I have right here. And just add all those small details, for example those lines that the Thunderbolts have on the side, and like the claws, this basically just like these cone shapes. And the nose, I think I forgot the nose to do on the video, but it's just this triangle shape as you guys can see right here. And I think that's it. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. I did end up coloring it. I'll show you guys how it looks right now. So as you guys can see, it turned out okay. I like how it came out. I think it came out better than the one I did on the first video. And this time I used colored pencils, but I'll do a video showing you, explaining what I did or how I colored it, what colors I used in another video. I'll post the link at the end of this one, so if you guys want to check it out, go check it out, you know. Once again, I'll leave a link at the end of this one so you guys can see it. And overall, I'm happy with it, you know. It came out pretty good. I'm not that good at coloring, but this time I like how it came out. And hopefully you guys found this tutorial helpful. As you guys can see, it's not exact 100% like the reference, but we were pretty close. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like Hopefully this one's way better than the first one, since the first one was a little bit longer and it was just a little bit darker, you know, and there's parts where you can't even see some of the lines. And I noticed that it was getting a lot of views, you know. It was, I think it's like the #1 video that I have right now. So that's why I decided just to make another one, just to make it a little bit more clear, more better. So hopefully I succeeded in doing that. So if you guys want to share your drawing, don't forget to share it with me on Twitter. Send it through a message or whatever, and I'll put your picture with your name and everything at the beginning of my next videos. So far nobody's done that, but just keep in mind that there's always that option. And yeah, so please leave a like, and if this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, go check out my channel. I have a ton of Pokemon videos. I have over 70 videos right now, I think, from starters to Mega Pokemon. For example, in between I've done Latios. Who else have I done? Kyogre, that one's getting a lot of views right now. I've done a lot of Pokemon lately. Charizard, I really like how Charizard came out, so go check that one out. I have a lot of videos, and I do around 3 videos each week. So if you guys like to draw Pokemon, I recommend you guys join Team Rocket and subscribe to my channel, you know. And I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next video. 707 Brostown, aka Team Rocket Draws. Till the next time, see you guys.